is your girl Princess with Princess Show, and if this is your first time ever watching any of my videos, thank you so much for tuning in on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much as well for showing me love. And also for anybody that have yet to subscribe to this channel, why haven't you subscribed yet? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And also follow me on my Instagram, which is Princess Show +3, which I will show you the latest updates of any of the pictures, videos, or upcoming videos that I will be posting on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. All right, guys, so let's talk about the affordability for Merida. Now, I have not been here for a long amount of time. I moved to Merida on March the 1st with me and my family of 4. And let me tell you something, there is so much I can talk to you guys about living in Merida from the 1st, and what's today? I believe today is 11. So we've been here for 11 days, guys. So it pretty much wasn't a lot of information that I could provide to you on this video, but it has been a lot of questions that has been asked to me, either on my YouTube channel, Instagram, or just people personally just reaching out to me, just wanting to know more about the affordability inside Merida. Now, one thing that you have not heard from me right now in this video say is cheap. The reason why I don't like saying cheap is, I think another YouTuber has stated this, but when you say something is cheap, you're taking away the value of it, meaning that it's something that's breakable, it doesn't really mean nothing, it's very less of value. In this situation, everything that I received here in Merida has been of quality, and I would like to avoid the word cheap altogether. So let's go ahead and let me just bring you a little bit of the insight of what I experienced from the 11 days that I've been here in Merida. So I can tell you, for a party of 4, let's talk about eating out. We have ordered a lot of stuff in. If you watched my video before, I was talking about us staying quarantined. We stayed quarantined for 7 days, guys. And then we were able to go ahead and get a doctor. Now that doctor cost me a whooping good $42 USD. Now, for most, that might be a lot, but for me, I thought that was a great deal. Now, of course, in this situation, if I was in a state, if you don't know, I was staying in Washington State, which I was, if anybody don't know, I was staying in Washington State. So if you was a resident of Washington State, you can go ahead and get a free COVID test. So I would say the difference of living in the States than being in Washington, being in the States, being in the state than living in Merida is totally different, guys, because in Merida, of course, I'm in a different country. I'm a visitor, I'm a tourist. So I will say that even though I had to pay that $42, it really wasn't something that actually hurted me at the end, because all of us was able to be tested and we were able to get a negative test back. So that's one thing to consider if you're going to move here, especially with the airlines requesting for you to take a test. Just understand that there will be a cost. Some are cheaper and some are not. It depends on who you find. What I found was a doctor that was able to come to my home and actually provide me with services, which he was exceptional. So that would be number 1. So number 2 is, I would say, the food, right? So let's talk about eating out. I think I said it earlier, but I jumped into medical. So I do apologize for that, guys. I'm just going by my dome because I forgot to write it down. But number 2 is basically food, the groceries, right? So we went out to eat during the 11 days that we were here. We went out to eat and we were able to, for a family of 4, for the first night we had Wingstop. And that cost me $20. if you're in US, you know how much Wingstop will cost for a family of 4. If I order, I would have maybe spent maybe $40 or $50 for a family of 4, especially because my son, he eats a lot. My son is like a garbage disposal, so he eats a lot. So that would have cost us for a family of 4 maybe $50 plus dollars. Might be wrong, but just living in Washington State, that is how much it would have cost us. Now, talking about groceries, I feel like groceries was more cheaper than eating out. Even though, you know, that meal that's cost $20, it does add up, right? So it can be more expensive every single time when you're ordering out continuously. Now, I know most people hate cooking. For me, I love cooking. If you ever watched my last video of me coming out here and talking about our experience of coming to Mexico, I had a whole luggage of seasoning. So I love cooking, and it was something that I was comfortable of doing. So one thing I did use is there is an app called Rappi, and I was able to place an order through Costco's and order everything that I possibly could for a family of 4 for the things that we need, meaning like chicken breast, orange juice, just bulky items. It cost me only $120 for us, and it was a ton of food, guys. A ton of food. It's more food because we're only here for 24 days until we actually look for our house. But listen, it was so much that we're gonna probably have more food and we'll have to bring it to the newer house. So let me tell you, it can be affordable. What I would like to leave on this video for you guys is affordability depends on the way that you live. If you're a person that you're just a single male or a single female, your price is going to be different than an average person that has like a family of mine. I have a total of 4 people, 3 kids and myself, right? So our costs will be totally different. So you have to keep that in mind. Also, you have to think about, okay, so what are the amenities that you are needing? For me, the deal breaker for me is like I must have a washer and dryer, and I must have air conditioning, and on top of that, I have to have strong internet. Of course, you know, the luxury part, pool and all the other stuff, that is something great. But for me, those 3 things is a must. Also, a good community, because I record videos and everything, but that's something that you can talk to your realtor or whoever that is assisting you about everything. Now, you know, I am going to go a little bit about education because it was also asked about me. Princess, how are you, you know, making sure your kids get their education? Well, one of the things is after the school year ends, my kids will be going to a homeschooling Keystone, and I will be making that payment out of my pocket. So also you have to budget that out into your expenses as well. For me, my kids will be $250 per kid. So my 4-year-old will be 5 in November. So the following year, she will be in kindergarten. So that will be another $250. So all of this, you have to make sure to budget into your expense. Also with your housing, because I would hate for you to go ahead and get this luxurious home and then you have kids and you cannot afford to make sure their education. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, don't get what you want, but you maybe want to look at Merida. They do have different schools. For me, I chose homeschooling because it'd be easier for me with my kids. And if I decide that this is something that I do not want at all, I will make sure to do my research. But when it comes to affordability, I really believe that it all depends on you. If you are wanting something totally different, if you are wanting to have a bigger home, a backyard, a pool, that is something that you have to put into your expense. Everybody's expense is different. For instance, I'm gonna make this my last point. My mom, of course. My mom, she is okay with just a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, you know, air conditioning and internet. not the fastest internet. She's just okay with the bare minimum. And for that, she stays in a different Airbnb. Her Airbnb costs $280 USD, and then my Airbnb cost me $1,500. So can you see the two? It depends on how your lifestyle is. If you would prefer to pay more, then go ahead and pay more. If you would prefer to pay less, then please understand that you are going to get what you pay for. It doesn't mean that it's worse. It just means that it's something that you say, hey, I'm okay with this budget in this price range. So that's what I can really say about the affordability in Merida. It all depends on you. So if you have any further comments or any questions, feel free to leave it down below. I'll make sure to answer as much as possible. But other than that, like I said, I will make another video maybe later on once I get into my new place and get my first bill and all that great stuff. But if you have not yet went ahead and subscribed to the video, once again, why haven't you already? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell as well. Leave a comment to let me know that you subscribed if you want to. And if you want to go ahead and check out my Instagram, it is PrincessJoe+3, which I will completely post everything that I have. Some of the stuff is like stories about me eating crazy things that I wasn't supposed to eat. But anyway, it's something that you guys can enjoy. Other than that, guys, I will see you on the next video and see you later.